Last Cloudia TV Express. Hello there, and
Hello.
Good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to our program today. I am Kit, Last Claudia's localization lead and PR guy, and I am joined by two other wonderful people here in the studio for this very special collab special. First of all, we have...
Hi, I'm Knacky, a producer of Last Cloudia. Nice to see you all.
Thank you very much for being with us, Knacky-san. And we are joined by one other person off screen. Could you please introduce yourself, sir?
Yeah, how's it going, everyone? Bonnie here. I'll be chiming in on stream today, off the camera as per usual. But yeah, we have a very exciting event that's coming very soon, right?
Absolutely. I am very hyped for this myself. I'm going to look in the chat before we go any further. Just say, yeah, we have a lot of people saying, let's go, OMG, says Edgar Vegas, Dapris, and Kaito121 give us a let's go. Hagure Elf-san says Melza. Well, hello. Hello to Melza. Bryant Doyon says, honey, honey, honey. Edgar Vegas, hi Kit, hi Roland, hi Knack.
Kit Roland.
Okay, man, people must be hungry for some honey. Dimas gives us a lot of W's. All right, Epic Tetsu, yo, Kit, Barley, Naki-san, hello.
Hello. See you.
Art Sonic fan, perfect timing. I just played the game a few minutes ago. Well, thank you. Welcome. So as you may know, Last Cloudia TV Express streams are a leaner version of our long format Last Cloudia TV streams. Today we're going to be sharing exciting information about the very big upcoming Visions of Mana collab, which is scheduled to kick off in Last Cloudia on March 13th after maintenance Pacific time. I know you'll want to stick around until the very end. So this is actually, isn't it the fourth collab that we've had with the Mana series here in Last Cloudia? Yeah, I actually joined the AIDIS team as we were holding the very first collab.
Yeah.
It's like what, 2019?
Yeah. I think was that the very first collab that we held in Last Cloudia?
I think the Mana was the first collab ever in Last Cloudia. Back then.
Yeah, it was the very first collab, and it is also now the fourth collab from the Mana series that Last Cloudia has hosted. But it is the very first collab that we've hosted with the new title, Visions of Mana, the newest entry in the Mana series. Let me give a summary of the title for anyone who's hearing about it for the very first time.
Right.
Okay.
Visions of Mana is a brand new title in the series, revolving around the sacred sword and mana. The protagonist, Val, and his childhood friend, Hina, the newly appointed Alm of Fire, set off on a journey to the Mana Tree. The game's iconic, vibrant, and vast, semi-open field contains adorable, yet ferocious monsters, allowing you to enjoy swift, three-dimensional battles using the power of the elementals. Through adventures with friends met along the way, they start to see the truth about the world. Must we accept our fates? A new Mana tale begins here as a classic fantasy series returns to its roots. So there you have it. Anyone who's not familiar with the Mana series, there you go. Let's venture on ahead. I know that you're all ready for the Unit and Arc Spotlight video So let's go ahead and roll it right now.
Okay.
Right, let's go.
Let's go.
I'll take you all on! Slice! Sever! Shade sight! Save this one just for you! No holding back! Val, the Soul Guard. Nice to meet you. Helping out people in need can be so rewarding. I can do this.
Yes, so there we
Yeah.
have it. Yeah.
So good.
Right.
We have a lot of people in the comments saying, very cool. Yeah, cool English voice. Was that a Poland vortex? Yes,
yeah.
it was, and we'll
Yeah,
be seeing a little bit more of that
Yeah,
later
we'll
on.
be talking about that in just a little bit.
Yeah, we'll be talking more about that. Sick, wow, very cool, great, nice.
Yeah,
thank you
thank
for all
you.
the wonderful comments. This time around, as you can see, the first unit to appear is going to be Val, and the first arc to appear will be the appropriately named Visions of Mana. We're going to go through both of these, but we'll start with the new unit Val. So what sort of character is he, you're probably wondering? Well, Val hails from Tiena, the Fire Village. When Val's childhood friend is selected to be an alm, he sets off on a journey across the world to accompany her on her pilgrimage. While Val is an optimist and a people pleaser, he's one with a strong sense of responsibility. On account of the many days spent training with his mentor, Fugo, he is traveling the world outside Tiena for the first time. Since his youth, he's had the power to change beasts to stone. For this, others in the village regarded him as peculiar. Next, I'll go ahead and share about Val's in-game abilities. Val is a single-wheeled attacker who can switch attributes by making use of his 3 classes. That's right, 3 classes. We'll touch on that in just a second. But let's go ahead and first take a look at Val's traits. Can we get this slide on screen, please? The first trait here is Seeker of Answers and Truth. This trait boosts damage dealt when the unit is equipping only a single weapon. Each time one of the unit's physical attacks hits an attribute weakness, damage rises even further. So this is a fairly straightforward trait, but by making use of the 3 class attributes and accurately striking at foes' attribute weaknesses, the unit is able to deal more damage. Where things get slightly more interesting and complex are with the next trait, Soul Guard. What most distinguishes Val from other units is this trait, which changes the unit's class according to the attribute of the weapon that he has equipped. When the unit's class changes, the attribute of physical attacks and specials changes. Among the unit's learned skills, are those that grant effects based on the unit's class. It's therefore possible to change the unit's class based on the specific content or enemy attribute. That makes this unit distinctly versatile. The presets feature also makes swapping gear in and out a cinch, so if you have Val, you're going to want to make sure to make use of that. There are a couple of heads up that I have for you with this unit though. The first of these is that if you use the auto set feature, Thunder skills based around the Rune Knight class will be set. So if you want to use the other classes, you will have to set things manually. The second heads up is that the unit's sprite effects and other artwork do not change based on the unit's class. So we have a single sprite there, which we put a lot of love into, but that is the sprite that you will be seeing for all 3 classes. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the unit's skills and special. This animation replicates the attack from the original game. As you can see, in skill 3, it is possible to draw the enemy near and attack using Sight, Shade, Elemental Vessel. The skills are skill 1, Slice, skill 2, Sever, skill 3, Shade Sight, and the special Phoenix Fervor. Next, let's go ahead and take a look at the learnable skills. Yeah, we have a whole lot here on screen. Skills in yellow are appearing for the first time. These include Flame Saber, Lightning Saber, Saint Saber, as well as Class Aegis, Class Berserker, Class Rune Knight, Blade and Shield Sigil, Beastly Force, Elemental Break, and Crystallize. First off, the unit learns the 3 magic saber skills, Flame, Lightning, and Saint. These are magic that adds fire, thunder, and light extra attacks to the unit's regular attacks. Additionally, each class has distinct and powerful passive skills. Let's go ahead and take a look at the individual classes. First, we have Class Rune Knight. This is the most standard class, and it has effects that synergize with saber magic. It greatly extends the duration of the extra damage effects that the unit gives via its saber buff. The duration is boosted a full 300%, which is to say that effects will last about 4 times longer. When the buff is on the unit itself, its firepower and endurance both really rise. When it comes to Class Aegis, this is a defensive class which boasts high endurance against Ice and Dark. Ice and Dark physical and magic attacks will no longer make the unit flinch, and damage taken is also slashed. Additionally, the unit gains the ability to auto-guard, among other effects that boost its endurance. This is an offensive class when it comes to Class Berserker. Yeah, that's our next class. This is an offensive class in which the unit has extremely high damage caps. While the unit takes more physical and magic attack damage, the unit's own physical attack and special firepower receive a massive boost. It's also possible with this to cut enemy defense and deal damage. We'll see this in some detail in just a little bit later in the stream. Apart from these though, there are also skills that boost the baseline damage that the unit deals. The unit, Val, also has a unique skill that makes more unit souls drop in quests. Next, let's go in and look at the 6-star enhancements. You can see these include Transcend, Sword Mastery, Feint Resist, Skill LB plus 7500, Physical Damage Taken minus 15, Battle Armor Up, Special Boost, and Weapon Wall. This selection of skills boosts firepower and stats. Of these Transcend skills, one is a particularly powerful Weapon Wall. This autocasts a Wall 2 type skill based on the attribute of the equipped unit. Following this, I'd like to touch on the credential gear this time around. Yeah, there we go. We have this on screen right now. What do you think about this, Barlene?
Yeah, this is like the first time ever, right? We have like 3 weapons as a credential gear. Like usually we don't put stuff like you can put on simultaneously, but yeah, this is quite a special occasion.
Yeah.
And as we'll touch on it a little bit, there's also a good side for like all the players in terms of the weapons.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the thoughts, Barlene. Many of you who are watching have likely played Visions of Mana. If you're one of them, you'll remember how equipping an elemental vessel to the unit grants the character elemental power and changes his or her class. You know, in last Cloudia, we wanted to find a way to translate these class changes, so to that end, we've given Val traits that switch the unit's class according to the equipped weapon's attribute and thereby change the unit's abilities. So as we mentioned, when equipping a thunder weapon, Val's class becomes Rune Knight. When equipping a light weapon, his class becomes Aegis. And when equipping a dark weapon, his class becomes Berserker. We have therefore put together 3 different types of credential gear so that you can make use of each trait as much as possible without having to compromise. Details of this are available there on the image on the screen. Since more credential equipment is available, we have reduced the number of collab credentials that each weapon costs to 15 credentials, while also rebalancing the step-up gacha to give more of collab credentials. This is something that we will come back to when we look at the collab gacha. Incidentally, the armor includes 1 article of clothing, or cloth as it is abbreviated in game. This is available for 25 collab credentials. So all told, there are 4 different types of credential equipment available this time around. Let's take a look at the credential equipment in a little bit more detail. We have Guard's Blade Wind, Moon, and Dark. The Wind version of Guard's Blade is a thunder weapon that changes the unit's class to Rune Knight when equipped. The Moon version is a light weapon that changes the unit's class to Aegis when equipped, and the Guard Blade Dark is a dark weapon that changes the unit's class to Berserker when equipped. You should rest assured though that these class changes are not locked behind a credential equipment.
Yeah, of course, you can use like the regular Cloudia weapons we have, like, you have crafted throughout the years. Yeah, of course.
The class change effect is procced by the unit's trait based on the attribute of the weapon equipped. So in addition to the credential equipment that we have this time around, you could also equip Val with, for example, the Anti-Soul Blade Zalonia, Holy Blade Zahadojin, True Sword Excalibur, and Mithril Sword Thunder. Other choices include the Phantom Light Blade and Phantom Dark Blade, which are both available in the Tower of Trials. You're going to want to go ahead and check those out, swap them around to see what works best for you, what works best with any given piece of content. Bear in mind though that when you change the unit's class, the appearance of the unit is not going to change. It will only be the abilities that change. Okay, let's see what we have. Yeah, a lot of people saying nice, thank you, Keenan Monroe.
Thank you.
And let's see what we have there. Yeah, okay, very nice, thank you for that. So let's go ahead and take a look at the arc of Visions of Mana.
All right.
This arc features a new take on the artwork from the original game's package as its illustration. So if you have gone and played Visions of Mana, or even just have been looking at it, have been curious about it in any way, you've seen some artwork that looks a little bit similar to this. This arc is intended for a single-wheeled physical attacker wielding swords. We're going to go ahead and look at that in a little bit more detail on the slide. Okay, and just as a slight word of warning, the effect here is what it is going to be in the final game, but the wording is going to slightly change between now and release time, so just do be aware of that, but the actual effect itself is staying exactly the same. So, when equipped with only one weapon and hitting an attribute weakness with a physical attack or special, boost damage cap 6,000. Sword equipped. Strength plus 15%, or special and special has a chance to deal criticals. Cut physical, magic, attack damage based on how little unit HP is left, max minus 20%. Our learnable skills that are new this time around are the Guardian of the Sanctuary, which cuts strength, STR, but greatly boosts defense, DEF, making it a great fit for tanks. We also have Visions of Mana, which costs 9 SC. When the requirements are fulfilled, it packs a great value for the price. Following that, we have Elemental High Drive. Let's go ahead and take a look as well at the 100% Arc Ether reward. Yes, it is called Flower Rod. This Arc's 100% Ether reward is a 6-star staff called Flower Rod. It boosts the quantity of HP healed while also preventing MND down cuts. That makes it the perfect piece of gear to equip to healers. So with our look at the beginning of the collab behind us, I'd like to go ahead and take a look at the unit and arc scheduled to be released later. Please do note though that we are not able to get into the details quite yet. Here goes.
Yeah.
All right.
Here we go.
There you go.
I will be your opponent.
Yes, that's right. I see her name there in the chat. Palamena with a bunch of exclamation points. That's it. There you have it. The unit to be released on March 19th is in fact Palamena.
コメントが
Yeah, people are very excited. I'm glad that we were able to bring you the character that you wanted.
Amazing.
Yeah, I think she has a lot of fans, you know, and I think we are among them. So for those of you who are not already familiar with Palamena or would like a refresher, I'll tell you about what sort of a character she is. Palamena is the young queen of Illistania, capital of the deep and home to the tailed. Since the death of her father, she succeeded the throne. Since then, Palamena has been navigating her way through Illistana's societal expectations and turbulent politics. She's aware that the proponent of the old order, Master Fahr, disapproves, as do certain nobles. When she's chosen as an alm and decides to leave the capital behind, Palamena is concerned about leaving her much younger brother Ian behind. Okay, yeah, her sprite looks great, says Epic Tetsu. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
ドットいいよね、本当ね。
Yeah, no, the
出せる？
dot art really is excellent. Can we see that on screen?
I mean, she has the.
Yeah. Right, I guess not.
ドットのやつ出せる？
Yeah.
ドットのやつ。ちょっと待って。
Okay, all right, well, we'll just roll on. We're gonna roll.
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
Ah,
Okay,
yeah,
there we
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay, we got this.
okay, there we
Okay.
go. Yeah, thank you. But you can see,
そう、めっちゃ可愛いし、すごいこうドット映えするというか、 これ本当よくできてるなと思いますね。
Yeah, yeah, it really does work quite well in
Yeah,
pixel
yeah.
art format. Yeah, you can see her weapon there on screen.
Yeah, I was about to touch on that. Yeah, she has a weapon that you don't see very often in this game, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, her sort of flail right there,
Yeah.
right?
いやいやいや
Okay, yeah, thank you very much for that. Sorry to throw a wrench in your work there, slide team. But yeah, Palamena is looking awesome, as Knacky-san here says. Let's go ahead and hopefully if our slide team is doing all right there, can we get the next slide on screen as well?
Alright.
いやいや
Let's give it a shot. There we go. Yes, we have it. Zable Fahr, no newcomer to Last Cloudia or the Mana series. Here it is, the LR arc that's scheduled, Zable Fahr. The artwork is on screen at the very end of the trailer right now, and I'll bet you probably noticed. This arc features a depiction of the Mana series' highly memorable boss, Benevodon of Darkness, Zable Fahr, facing off against Val and his party. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that artwork, pretty awesome. So to review, the first half of the collab features the unit Arc and the Visions of Mana. The second half of the collab features the unit Palamena and the Arc Zable Fahr. The artwork is, as always, excellent all around. As the release date for Palamena and Zable Fahr draws near, we will share on social media about all the details, so go ahead and check back then. That said, it's now that time. We'd like to give everyone here in the stream with us a sneak preview of the unit Val. We're going to actually see what he looks like in battle. As always, note that this is a development build of the game, and what you see on screen today might not be exactly the same thing that you see on release day. So if you would, Knacky, go ahead and take it away.
Okay, I'll explain things myself from here with Kit interpreting.
All right, I'll do my best. I may have to ask if I
Okay.
don't catch something the first time, but let's go ahead.
Yeah. じゃあまずお試しクエストからいきまし
Okay,
ょ
we're
う。
going to go ahead and try the special unit trial quest.
いやいや。みんなパルミナの時、うーって。
Yeah, people were very excited about
いやい
Palamena.
やいや。OK、いきます。まずなんだけど、
Okay, first off,
今お試しクエストのクラス。
okay,
お試しクエストのクラスはベルセルク、バーサーカーだ。
okay, yeah, we're going to go ahead and be playing the trial quest with Berserker
い
class.
やいや。まあ、受けるダメージが増えるけど、めちゃくちゃ与えるダメージが高い。
So although the unit will take more damage, he's also able to deal more damage as well.
OK、OK。じゃあいきます。
So here it is. First is a regular attack, Knacky-san says.
で、特技。
Okay, for skill number 1,
これはある程度近づいてからの攻撃だね。
you see that the unit nears the enemy a little bit and then attacks.
で、特技2ですね。
Okay, skill number 2.
これ飛び込み。
You can see that the unit rushes toward the enemy and then does a combo attack.
ちょっとコメントありましたけど、今回英語ボイスなんでね。
Okay, yeah, and you might have seen that this time we borrowed the English voices from the original work.
そして特技3。
Okay, and yeah, skill number 3.
これは使い勝手がいいと思いますね。
This is very useful. Really great to use.
まあ、敵をこう引き寄せるんですよね。
Okay, it draws the enemy toward you.
で、ちょっと離れたところからやる場合は、少し近づいてから引き込みます。
And if you're very distant from the enemy, you will first near the enemy a little bit and then draw them in toward you.
あとは引き寄せられない敵、でかい敵とかいるじゃないですか。
And, you know, sometimes there are very large enemies, bosses who you're not able to move.
そういう場合は、バルの方が近づいていく。
And in those cases, Val will move toward the enemy.
いやいやいや。やっぱりバーサーカーは非常にダメージ高い
Yeah,
で
you
すね。
can see the damage values for Berserker are really pretty high.
いやいやいや。OK。あとはまあ魔法でね、セイバー系とかもあります。
And then you can see we have these various saber gadgets.
じゃあ、調子続きます。
All right, let's go ahead and fire off the special.
This one just for you.
ENIX photo. Okay, there we go.
Holding back.
今のはバーサーカーなんだけど、
Okay, that was Berserker,
いや
but
いや、他の2つのクラスもあるからぜひ手元で試しに
we still do have other classes,
Yeah,
2 other classes, so go ahead and try them out yourself if you would.
OK？
Okay, a lot of people saying this would be really useful for Arena.
いやいやいや。
Yeah, I can definitely see that the third skill, doing a lot of crazy stuff in arena.
まあイージスとかもガード硬くてね、面白い
Oh
よ
yeah,
ね。
that's true.
Yeah, also people saying that this special looks very cool.
Ah, okay.
And wow, awesome, says Kaito121. Thank you for that.
OK？
All right.
Yeah, that
Okay.
wraps up our sneak peek.
Thank you very much, Knacky-san. Let's go ahead and take a moment to check out our Gacha schedule. Could we get that on screen, please?
All right.
There we have it. First off, this collab will run for just about 2 weeks from March 13th, which is right around the corner after maintenance, through March 27th. From after March 13th maintenance, the first week of the collab is going to be available, and that will feature the unit Val and the arc Visions of Mana. From after the March 19th maintenance, week 2 of the collab will be available, and that features the unit Palamena, who we all know and love, and the arc Zable Fahr. Note that this is 1 weekday earlier than most releases. If you are here in Asia, that is going to be on Thursday. Depending on where you are in the world, the day of the week might change. Incidentally, Palamena is able to change classes. Details are going to be featured on social media and in-game notices, so do check back for them when you have the chance. For each release, both of the 2 weeks, there are pick-up and step-up gacha. On the step-up gacha's final lap, the rate-up unit is actually guaranteed. This time around, the medals that you get for spinning gacha are different for Part 1 and Part 2 of the collab, which is to say they are not shared. The collab credentials that are included in the paid gacha also appear as separate bonuses for either Part 1 or Part 2. They aren't shared this time around. There's also one other thing that you're going to want to keep in mind, which is that more credential equipment than normal is available this time. So for that reason, 5 more credentials than normal appear as a bonus on the Step-Up Gacha Lap 2, Steps 4 and 5. If you are aiming to pick up all of the credential gear, you'll be able to do that by collecting enough credentials to do so by spinning all the way through Lap 2, Step 5. So let's go ahead and move on to the Redux unit and arc gacha next. First up, we have the Mana Series Redux Choose Pickup Gacha. In this gacha, you will be able to select the Redux unit and arc that you would like to put on Raid Up. You are able to choose from the units Randi, Primm, Popoi, Riz, and Angela, as well as the arcs Final Fantasy Adventure, Secret of Mana, Trials of Mana Remake, and Flammy and Vuskov. Those of you who do not have the Redux units and arcs, now is your chance to get them. Be sure to check it out. As for the arc Trials of Mana, it is available in the event trading space, and it therefore isn't included in the gacha draw pool.
Oh wait, so you can get that one just by playing the event?
Yeah, just by playing through.
Okay.
Do be aware that this is slightly confusing, but there is an arc Trials of Mana Remake and Trials of Mana. These are 2 different arcs.
Oh yeah, it's different arc, right? Like the Trials of Mana without the remake part.
Yeah,
that one is a SR arc, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So following this, I would like to touch on the Slot 10 Pickup Unit Not Held 10-Spin Gacha and the Slot 10 Pickup Arc Not Held 10-Spin Gacha. As those very long names suggest, there are a special gacha in which the final 10th slot always features one of the Redux units or arcs, which is not held and is on Raid Up. As I said just a moment ago, the eligible units are Primm, Popoi, Riz, and Angela. The arcs that are available are Final Fantasy Adventure, Secret of Mana, Trials of Mana Remake, and Flammy and Vuskov. As a special bonus, the unit version of this gacha will produce a not held unit whose level is 120, and whose ability board is also unlocked. Each of these gacha can be spun just once for 3,000 paid crystals, so you will probably want to go ahead and give those a try.
Right, so yeah, as you can see, like these are the new stuff we're kind of trying out this time, and they're really good for you if you are just, I would say if you haven't progressed through the game too much. I mean, you're a veteran of this game, you'll probably be able to raise the units very easily, but that's not the case for a lot of people. If you do this gacha, you get the unit at the level 120 with everything unlocked. So yeah, it might be a good choice depending on where you are in the game. Yeah, so yeah, this part is great on this part, and you know the units, once you get them, they have the full potential right away, as soon as you pull them.
Yeah, that's right. There are lots of Redux units and arcs, and we made lots of adjustments so that they're easier for players like you to get and more immediately useful.
Yeah, so there we have it. It's a lot of interesting stuff in the gacha, a lot of new formats that we're trying out here. And let me see, Mega Man says, oh my god, we can all get Honey Elixir for free.
We'll talk about that part. Yeah.
Let's see, I don't know, yeah. Going for the unit one, that's so awesome, thank you. Well, thank you very much as well, Arbor.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, next I would like to share though about the collab event. Let's take a look at the slide.
All right.
This is an event where you are able to play specific quests to trigger flash quests, and then take down the bosses, Dread Slime and Black Rabbite. It is an event called Otherworld Almond Guard. Clear event quests and get candy and ether coins to trade for loads of different items. From the ether coin chance box, which is like a grab bag or gacha that is free as a part of the event, it is possible to get loads of special event exclusive items. Be sure to remember this when you play. We'll touch on the content of this box later in our stream.
Yeah, so for this event, in the high difficulty challenge quest that will appear in the second half of this event, on the boss Zable Fahr will be making a comeback this time as well. So you'll want to try battling it and see how it goes.
Definitely. We still have a lot more information about the collab. Let's go ahead and get our next thing, the collab stamps, up on screen.
Right.
Yes, that's right. The new units Val and Palamena star in new collab exclusive stamps. These are great to use in multiplayer, and they remain in your inventory even after the event's conclusion. Both stamps are available this time around in the event login bonus. Go ahead and log in every day to pick up your copies. Yeah, you can see here they say, the Val stamp says, "We will protect the world." The Palamena says, "I humbly ask your assistance." Yeah, Barlene-san, Knacky-san, what do you have, which one of these are you going for?
Yeah, I can see a lot of people using the one with Palamena already. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they'll use it in the way that you're not supposed to.
yeah. I love bar stamp.
Oh,
too.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were saying in our rehearsal that this looks very cool, right, Knacky-san?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
"We will protect the world" voice line. Note that there will also be Redux stamps from the previous collabs for the units Duran, Reese, and Angela. These can be traded for in the event trading space, so go ahead and get yours if you haven't already. There's another throwback to previous Mana collabs, one that is, I think, a whole lot of fun. Let's go ahead and see the slide.
All right.
It is the collab challenge, specifically the Find the Lil Cactus collab challenge. During the event period, there will be Lil Cacti hidden all over. Find all 9, and as a reward, you will get an exclusive weapon for Duran, Hrunting. Duran has previously not had any exclusive weapons, so this marks a first. Go off and hunt for the cactus. Incidentally, 6 will be findable right after the event kicks off. The remaining 3 are going to appear after March 19th maintenance.
If we start out of the way, I think this is the first time we have a fourth collab with the Mana series.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this means there are
Time
a lot
number 4.
of a lot of Redux units.
Yeah,
and,
loads.
arcs. So yeah, I'm going to ask a question that everyone's thinking right now.
Okay.
So do we get something that's special like this time around as well?
Something special.
Yeah.
Something special. Well, that we do. Let's go ahead and see the next slide here.
Okay.
What do we have? Yeah, there you have it. Everyone here is certain to get a Redux unit or arc. In this collab, the unit Duran and the SR arc Trials of Mana can be traded for in the event trading space. In addition, as a special gift from the Last Cloudia team, you will receive a Redux collab trade ticket, which can be exchanged for a Redux arc or unit. To get your Redux collab trade ticket, open the Otherworld Alm and Guard event and then watch the intro video. That's all it takes to get yours, so do go ahead and check it out. Nothing to lose, everything to gain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't played, if you don't usually play that much in the game, even so, I would just say like play this event at least, and it literally takes like 30 seconds to get a ticket.
Yeah.
And and once you get that, you should trade for whichever you want. I'm pretty sure this is what a lot of players were hoping for. Yeah. How about you, Knacky-san? Is there a certain Redux unit like
Which
Yeah.
one for?
Yeah.
works? Which one are you going for?
Okay. I already have everything.
Okay.
So I choose Randi.
Okay, Randy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Martin, what do you plan to trade for yours?
Yeah, I was thinking, probably be. I know a lot of people will be going for the Final Adventure, Final Fantasy Adventure arc,
Yeah.
which has Honey Elixir. Actually, I suggest if you don't have it, you should get it.
Yeah, that's
But
Yeah.
like personally, for me, I would probably be getting Randy, and
Yeah.
you'll see the reason why. But it'll be probably a good choice too. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll touch on that in just a little bit.
Yeah, we'll touch about some interesting new aspects about Randy and others. But that said, I think that Randy, during the very early days of Last Cloudia, as I said when I entered Last Cloudia and the AIDIS team, we had the original Mana collab going on, and a lot of people, I think, pulled Randi from there, and he was for a long time one of the most powerful units, if not the most powerful unit in the game.
Yeah, back when I was just beginning, he was like the unit you use, for carrying, and a lot of time people will ask for friends with Randi as support. I think I managed to beat Zoglas with Randi, I think.
Oh wow, yeah, who is one of the most difficult bosses back in the day, Zoglas in Blaze Garden.
初めてゲーの塔の50回クリアした時はランディ使ってました。
Oh really? So yeah, when Knacky-san here first cleared the Tower of Trials level 50, he was playing with Randi. Yeah, he was especially useful as I think he was not only one of the most powerful units, but also probably the single no attribute attacker as well. That said, enough reminiscing. Let's go ahead and look at the future. We still have a lot of information about the collab to share, so let's go ahead and see our next slide.
Right.
Yes, as I touched on, as we sort of hinted at a second ago, on March 13th, the 3 units, Randi, Primm, and Popoi, are all going to receive Insight.
Yeah, there are the 3 units who made the first appearance in Last Cloudia during the first Mana series collab.
Yeah, there's more though. 3 additional units are also going to be receiving Insight. Can we get the next slide up on screen?
All right.
That's right, on the same day, March 13th, these 3 units, which is to say Duran, Reese, and Angela, are also going to be receiving Insight. Yeah, isn't that great news, Barlene?
Yeah, of course, that's definitely great news. Like all 6 units they are getting the insights on the same day. Yeah, I should also mention that if you play the event that we have coming up, the Otherworld Elm and God event, you can get, this is something very, very special we are doing for the first time, but you can get the Otherworld Inspirators to teach Duran insight skills. So basically, just by playing the events, you can teach all of his insight skills to Duran, which will make him very powerful. Like after the insights, yeah, you might be surprised like how much stronger he gets. Yeah, so be sure to get the event and get this, power-up item for him. Just to know that this item has a time limit, like a period you can use it.
Yeah,
it's until April 2nd.
Yeah, this is really important.
Yeah, until the end of the day for April 2nd. I mean, we don't do this often, but this is like one of the first time we are doing this. So after that, you won't be able to use the event item for insight.
Yeah, so go ahead, and because it's easier to get the event item than it would be to get normal materials, you will want to go ahead and use those event materials while you can to unlock the events.
Yeah, I should just ask that. So basically, if you play the event like collect all the items, you can pretty much max Duran with the items, right? But a lot of people are probably wondering, so what happens after the event, and can I not do the insights for Duran anymore? But actually, you can still do it. You just have to do it with the regular materials, which aren't very easy to come by. So you will want to do it during the event.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much for that, Barlene. And as much as I would like to share more in depth about what Insight does for each individual unit, this time we're just going to look around and see how the skill motions have changed after Insight for 3 specific units, which is to say Randi, Primm, and Popoi. We have some footage where you can view a side-by-side comparison. So let's go ahead and get that on screen. First, we'll start with Randi.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's go.
You can see there have been a number of changes.
Yeah. まず全体的に攻撃範囲とエフェクト全然違うよね。
Yeah, you can see that the effects are quite different. The area of attack is also quite a bit bigger. Yeah, so there we have it. That's Randi. That was quite fast though, so let's go ahead and look at that at half speed.
Yeah, もう一回。だいぶ範囲変わってますね、特技1
Yeah,
は
you
ね。
can see the area of attack is quite a bit bigger.
特技3がね、特にすごい変わってる。
And here for skill 3, the difference is really quite remarkable.
キレがすごい。
Yeah, it's really a lot snappier than before.
Yeah,
Yeah, the special is really much lusher than before. So there you have it. That is that is a hint at the motions that have changed for Randi's insight. Let's go ahead now and look at the next unit, which is to say,
Primm.
Primm.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, there we go.
プリムも全体的にね、効果範囲、こういう範囲が広がったり、リーチになってるんだけど、衝撃波とか。
Shockwave, which is more powerful.
特技3とかね、 敵を蹴り上げる高さとかも上がってすごい強そうなんで
Now you can see for skill 3, the height to which she's able to kick enemies has also gotten bigger as well.
そうした技もまあ効果力だったりもしてますね
Yeah, you can see that the effects of the special have also gotten better.
いやいやいや
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at our third unit, which is to say Popoi.
いやポポイ
So what has changed about Popoi?
これはもともと魔法主体ではあったんだけど今回特技が結構やっぱ変わってて
Okay, yeah, you can see that you know that they are originally a magic user, but yeah, it's more effective now.
でまあ特技はまあエフェクトとか変わってるんだけどちょっとどこが変わってるかっていうもう一個ポイントがあって
Okay, yeah, so you can see that there are a number of changes, but we want to touch on specifics of those.
いやいやそこはちょっと後で紹介しましょうか
Okay, and we will touch on those.
まあ全然ね豪華にもなってますしね
You can see that, yeah, the effects and animations have gotten a lot splashier.
いやいやいやいや
The magic is
ちょっとまあこの放送中だとね、短くて分かんないかもしれないから後でアーカイブとかで見てほしいですね
Yes, so our time is limited here. You may not be able to notice all the changes right now, but if you go ahead and look at this, the video on demand, after we're done with the stream, you will be able to check those out in more detail.
Yeah, thank you
Okay, so now I will go ahead and touch on some noteworthy changes to Randi and omit some of the other units in order to keep the stream to a reasonable size, as I mentioned. This should serve to give you a general idea of what the updates overall look like.
All right, let's go.
Okay
So we have those on screen. You can see that the green text is things that have changed. In skill number 1, we have a wide area combo attack. In skill 2, we're now able to instantly close the gap.
Yeah, thank you じゃあ次のスライドいこうか、あ次でいく
Yeah.
Next slide
And there, yeah, we go ahead and you can see here too, skills in green have been added or changed. We have a whole bunch, that whole block of skills up at the top have been added. And there are a number of these that, as you can see in the middle there, we have no attribute attack raise for example. They really take what was great about Randi and have just given us more of it.
Yeah, okay じゃあ next
Okay, yeah, and you can see the details of some of the skills here on screen now. We'll just give you a little glimpse of this here. And let's go ahead and see the next slide as well, if we could.
Yeah.
There we go. And if you want to look at this in a little bit more detail, go ahead and take some screenshots of this, or check on the unofficial Discord to see screenshots of other people who did take them. Okay, so there you go. We have it. A number of changes there. Next, we are going to see how Randi and some other units play after insight on a development build of Last Cloudia. Here too, note that what you see on the screen right now might not be exactly what you see on release day, so do bear that in mind.
Okay. I'll explain things myself from here with Kit Interpret.
Okay. Yeah. And all of the stuff that we aren't able to share now will be released later on, in-game notices and on social media.
Okay. じゃあまずランディから
Okay, let's go ahead and kick it off with Randi.
Okay.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will be surprised at how much stronger he got.
Yeah. It feels much like a more modern unit, right? Like one that's been released like in the past year or
of
two.
course.
はい
Let's go ahead and show what his movements here look like.
じゃあまずレギュラーアタックですが
I'm gonna go ahead and do his regular attack.
ここはそこまで変わってないですね
This hasn't changed all that much.
特技1
First we have skill number 1, and this has changed.
いやいやだいぶ範囲広がってますね
Yeah, the area of attack has gotten quite a bit bigger.
で次特技2ですけれども
Now we have skill number 2,
これは飛び込みに変わってます
and this is now an ability in which he jumps forward toward the enemy.
だいぶ使い勝手です
Yeah, it's definitely a lot more useful.
OK で特技3いきます
I'm gonna go ahead and use skill number
これがね一番嬉しい
3. Yeah, this is probably the change that I'm most happy about, and that all of you will be as well.
The pit area is pretty huge,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, the area is quite huge. It's growing in
敵
size.
にもねしっかり当たるようになってるしね
Yeah,
はい
it really lays a lot of damage on the enemy.
はいはいで今このランディは一刀流なんですけど
Okay. Yeah, Randi is currently just equipped with a single weapon
い
here.
やいやもっとダメージだと思ったら二刀流で火力上げてとかもできます
But if you want to deal even more damage to him, you're able to, you will be able to equip a second weapon. Right?
I think all the people, players will probably know this, but back in the days, most people would actually use Randi with 2 weapons, like dual wield with him. Actually, it does a lot more damage.
So to just get it,
Okay, and you can see if you connect the abilities together, that you'll really be able to just deal an unrelenting stream of damage to the enemy. And here we have our special.
いや、もともとランディって結構さ、調子の時間短くてね、すごいそこが逆に良かったんだけどさ。
Yeah, to start with, Randi was one of the units who had a shorter special in terms of duration. And that was one of the nice things about him.
いやいや、それをまあキープしたというか、そこは残したままさらにリッチになってるっていうのがいいよね。
Yeah, and we've left that. We haven't extended the duration of his special, but we have powered it up.
いやいや。じゃあランディに関しては以上ですかね。
And that just about does it for Randi.
でちょっとこのままプリムとポポイもね紹介してみましょうか。
Okay, now we're also going to take a look at Primm and Popoi.
プリムとポポイは性能とかはちょっと後日になるんだけど、ここでは一旦行こうか。
Yeah, we'll go ahead and share some more details about their abilities at a later date.
なのでちょっと一旦動きとかを軽く見せつつね。
But I'm just going to show you what it looks like in terms of their movements.
OK OK。じゃあプリム行きましょうか。
Let's go ahead and take a look at Primm.
はい。プリムに関してはまあ攻撃能力も上がってはいるんだけど、
Yeah, Primm's attacks are stronger than they were before. However,
まあどちらかというとよりアシストというかサポートの性能が上がってます。
but her support abilities have risen even further.
特にしてみましょう。
Let's go ahead and take a look at skill number 1. Oh, you can see, yeah, that is flash.
特にはこれもここだと飛び込みですね。
And yeah, skill number 2 is a jump forward.
なんかこう人間的衝撃波というかね、エフェクトみたいな加藤さんに
Yeah, you can see it's really quite cool how these shockwaves are much more visible now.
あとちょっと性能というか魔法をちょっとチラ見せするんですけど、
And now we'll give you a little glimpse at her magic.
いやいやいや、いろいろ増えてて、
You can see, yeah, there are quite a few more
Yeah.
Pieces of magic than there were
いや
before.
なんかこんな強い魔法とかもついてたりし
Yeah,
ま
and
す
there
ね。
are, strong magics such as high full shelter.
いやいやいや。
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but Primm also learns Honey Elixir by default.
Okay.
いやいやいや、そうだね。エレクサ持ってるよね。
She doesn't need the arc. Yeah, she knows it by default.
じゃあ逃避さパワーですね。
Alright, and here's your special.
まあこれも効果量が上がってよりこうサポートとして強くなってると。
And this is more potent. She is more useful as a support than ever before.
OK。じゃあプリムに関しては以上となります。
And that about wraps it up for Primm.
じゃあ最後はポポイ。
Okay, let's take a look to round things out with Popoi.
OK。
This one is actually probably my favorite insight.
Oh,
like
really?
This time around. Just because of how much Popoi changed.
そうなんかね、こっちの方向に強くなるんだねって感じだったな。
Oh, really? So yeah, you might be a little bit surprised at the direction in which we've strengthened her.
はい。
I can already see some people go pretty crazy with this type of thing.
Okay, so here are their emotions.
これね、可愛くて好きですこ
Yeah, Knacky thinks it's very cute and really enjoys it.
れ。可愛いよね。はい。OK。これ通常攻撃だけど、
Here is their regular attack.
ポポイはまあさっきちょっと軽く触れたけど、まあもともと魔法のユニットなんですよね。
Yeah, and Popoi is a magic unit to begin with.
今回は、特技が強化されていると話しましたけども、
Okay, and yeah, I mentioned that the skills are enhanced.
はい、ポポイは特技のストックがないときに MP を使って特技を使うことができるようになりました。
However, one of the interesting things is that the unit is now able, when the unit doesn't have enough skill stock, the unit can now use MP in place of skill stock.
いやいや、なんでちょっと特技を連打してみますね。
So go ahead and just fire off a bunch of skills in succession. You can see that you can continue to fire off the skill even without using skill stock.
はい。
Can go turret with it.
Yeah, yeah.
そうそうそう。これちょっとお試しクエストだからストックとか MP 回復したいからちょっと分かりづらいんだけど、
It might be a little bit hard to see this because it is the trial quest and the skill stock recovers quite quickly.
こんな感じで実際にも読み上げるんですね。
But you're able to actually go ahead and just continue firing off the skills one after another.
はい。で、今これポポイ一刀流なんですよ。
Okay, and yeah, Popoi is currently equipped with only one weapon.
いや、なんでこれも二刀流にしてもっと軽く出す、そういう遊び方もできる。
Yeah, but if you make Popoi dual wield, then Popoi will be even stronger.
So basically, if you want to use Popoi as maybe magic caster, you might want to use a staff and rope. But you're also thinking about using like Popoi skills, firing it off as a turret. You will probably want to use like 2 weapons. Like you will. Yeah, you can think about that.
So there are a lot of interesting ways to be able to use the unit compared to before.
Yeah.
ただ全部通常攻撃も全部その時はその場からの攻撃になってくるので。
Yeah, and the regular attacks are also done from the distance at which the unit stands.
なんでまあその場から遠くから攻撃で別にすることかもしれない。
Yeah, so you're able to just combo attack the opponent from where you stand as this unit.
じゃあ続けていきましょう。
Let's go ahead and take a look at the special.
まあでも魔法を使ってるんだけど特技はないけど。
And though, yeah, this is magic is being used here.
いやいや特技だけで魔法ですね。
Yeah, although it's
Yeah,
yeah,
that's-
すごい
OK
I think the interesting part about Popoi is like the special attack. It gets like almost to 3 times the head count as the before insight. Right?
Okay, so yeah, triple the power of prior to insight. So
Private insight is almost like 12 hits. Now we get like what, 32?
okay, yeah, it's quite an enormous difference.
はい、じゃあポポイに関しても以上かな。OK
I see a bunch of comments saying, "Oh wow, alchemy on Popoi."
Yeah, basically, yeah. You want to put it like to simple terms.
That's right. Weirdizo says counts as other for gender. Popoi is a mage, correct? Arbor says, yeah, I'm inciting my Popoi for sure.
Yeah. Okay, once more, that wraps up our sneak peek.
Okay, yeah, there we have it. Next, we are going to take a look at the enhancements that are going to be hitting the Redux unit gear. Let's get that slide on screen now.
All right.
Okay, up until now, Duran, Primm, and Popoi didn't have any exclusive weapons. That's changing, however. Duran has an exclusive weapon that is available as part of the Lil Cactus Challenge. Primm and Popoi's exclusive weapons can be traded for with collab credentials in the trading space. Alternatively, you can get them in the Crimson or trading space. This exclusive gear packs a very powerful punch. You can put their strength into the same general category as White Knight Malza and God Hunter Shin when they receive insight. Meanwhile, the Mana series characters who had exclusive gear to begin with, which is to say Randi, Reese, and Angela, will also be getting a power-up to those equips via, that's right, Godforged Alchemy. As it is stated on the slide, Randi's exclusive gear, Deathbringer, is being renamed to Mana Sword, SOM, and the icon will be similarly updated. Deathbringer is originally from the Trials of Mana and binds the series together, which is one thing that prompted us to change it at this time. The trait itself, is not going to change. That is, until you Godforged Alchemized it. Naturally, that is one option. The Arc, Secret of Mana, has a 100% Ether reward called Mana Sword, and although the names are somewhat similar, these are 2 different pieces of equipment, so you will want to be sure to not confuse these. Be sure to pick this up and use it alongside Insight to power up Redux units. I mention this as an aside, but you're probably aware that the Arc Final Fantasy Adventure features the Magic Honey Elixir. We touched on this a little bit earlier in the stream. In order to keep the battles moving at a snappy pace, we've actually slightly shortened the magic animation, so I think a lot of people will be happy about that.
So basically, it improves even more, right? Yeah. Before, people would sometimes use the skills, and since it costs a time stop, like sometimes you lose out on time during the time trials, but it's improved through this update.
Yeah, alright. だいたい半分くらいの時間になる。
Oh, so it's the time stop is cut by half the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a pretty good improvement.
Yeah, we've generally done the same things as in the past when we made animations shorter for God Heal and Stardust Heal. Okay, we're not quite done yet though. We still have more content of interest. We're going to go ahead and share our next slide right now.
All right.
Yes, the unit damage rankings will be held once more. This time the event runs from March 21st at 1 p.m. all the way through March 24th, 11:59 p.m. at Pacific time. This time, we're going to be featuring 4 units: Val, Palamena, Randi, and Duran. Unfortunately, we weren't able to feature all of the unit ranking, all of the units from the series in the unit damage rankings. just because that would be sort of overwhelming, I think, for people playing. So we just did make a selection here.
If we put all the units on there, you will have to like build up a total of 8 units, I think. Yeah, so that's quite a work. So we cut it down to like half, which is 4 units. Well, that being said, that's actually still quite a bit of work if you think about it. If you are thinking about competing in the rankings, and I mean, if you do, you get a whole lot of crystals from it actually.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you don't have like any of the required unit this time around, you can still play through the quest and get the first clear reward, which is quite a bit of crystals you will want.
Yeah.
And on top of that, we're giving out Duran to every single player who plays the event, right?
Yeah.
So you can at least try out Duran and see how you do in the rankings.
Yeah.
So yeah, even if you aren't able to pick up the placement rewards, you still will be able to pick up those first clear rewards and whatnot. So do check it out.
Yeah, I mean, it depends if you pick Randi as for your ticket, you can do at least 2 of the 4 rankings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, there is one item in the shop that I would like to touch on as well. Let's get the next slide up on screen if we could.
Okay.
As you can see, this is the Redux Collab Trade Ticket Insight Set. This bargain set is jam-packed with goodies that include a Redux Collab Trade Ticket, tradable for the arc or unit of your choice, as well as items that can be used for Insight. This is available in this shop for 4,500 paid crystals, so go ahead and take a look if this does happen to pique your interest. Now that we've run through loads and loads of in-game content, let's touch on some social media promos for the game. If we could, let's get the next slide up on screen at this time.
All right.
So to celebrate this collaboration event, Last Cloudia will hold a repost and share promotion. To participate, just follow the official Last Cloudia X or Facebook account and repost or share the promo post. If the Japanese and English versions of the promo post combined reach a total of the numbers of reposts and shares on screen, all Last Cloudia players will get these items. In addition, 3 randomly selected participants will win a $25 store gift code. You will definitely want to participate.
Yeah, as you can see up there, if we hit the promo, our goals, every players will get a total of 15 tickets, like 5 from each part.
Yeah.
So you will probably want to make sure you try and help out. But of course, realize that we usually hit all the goals every time, right? So yeah, do your part and everyone gets 15 tickets.
So yeah, this promo kicks off just a little more than 2 days from now at March 13th, 2025 after maintenance, and it runs through March 17th, 7:59 a.m. Pacific time. So yeah, it's a pretty short period of time, so do go ahead and check it out during that time. That said, the end of our stream has come into sight, but before we sign off, there is one more thing that I want to go ahead and share with you.
Yeah.
I'll actually cede the floor to you, Barlene, so if you don't mind, go ahead and tell everyone what this is about.
Yeah, as a lot of you will probably know already, currently we have a Create the Roma fan art contest that's actually going on. You can submit your entry throughout the end of April 6th. Yeah, we do this pretty often, like almost every year. Not every year exactly, but we do this almost every year. Yeah, we just love to see the stuff you submit. You can do it on the official social page, the official X or Facebook page. And alternatively, if you don't want to put it there, you can also post it in the community Last Cloudia Discord as well, if you feel like it. Yeah, and later on, like sometimes mid-April, I think, we're planning to do a reaction to all the winning entries in a more casual Last Cloudia in live stream. Yeah, having us at having called the winning entries, we'll be picking pretty much a huge amount of people. Yeah, like pretty much if you submit and it's not something too wild we can show, most likely you'll be getting a prize this time. So if you're thinking about it, if you're still OnlyFans, go ahead and draw, make whatever you want.
Yeah, I think the Last Cloudia community is generally pretty supportive. So don't be shy. Go ahead and just show your love for the game in the form of whatever artwork, whatever piece of media is easiest for you to create.
Well, yeah, I love to see like people sometimes usually make paper craft and handy works like that.
Yeah.
That's always pretty cool to see.
Yeah, there have been some people in the past I know who have written songs, for example, or
Yeah,
done covers of
that's
Last
true.
Cloudia
Yeah, yeah.
music. I think, I don't know, someone might have even written a poem before, I'm not quite sure, but
Yeah, I think
just,
they did.
yeah, just go ahead and do whatever works for you.
いやなんか本当にこうさクオリティも高いのもあるし、やっぱこうラスクが好きなんだなっていうのを感じられるのがあるから、僕らもすごく楽しみにしてるんですよねやっぱりすごく。
Yeah, so participants from all over the world have produced some truly quality fan art, most of which is clearly overflowing with love for Last Cloudia. For each creatorama, I, Knacky, am always excited to see what you have in store, and this time around is no exception. Any fan art connected with Last Cloudia is okay.
いやいや OK イラストでもいいしイラストじゃなくてもいいし。
Yeah, so it can be visual artwork, some illustration, but it doesn't necessarily have to be.
いやいやいや。
So if I could just tack a comment onto that, I want to say that it's much easier for us to select your art as a winner if you feature Last Cloudia original content rather than collab content. Apart from that, just keep things generally fun, appropriate. Just be nice to the people around you and other people who are taking part in the contest. Just be lighthearted about it. That said, it's time for us to round out today's stream. Is there anything else that you want to share before we close, Barlene or Knacky-san?
いやいや。マリン？
Yeah, I'll go first. Yeah, this collab probably brings a lot of memory back to a lot of older players like us, like me, of course. This is the first time we are actually doing this event, and I know a lot of people have been asking throughout the times, we want the Final Fantasy Adventure arc back.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Without it, we cannot compete in the rankings and stuff like that. Yeah, this time we actually have it back, and if you want it, you can get it pretty much for free if you play the event. So be sure not to miss out on that. And on top of that, in this event, you can get a unit like Duran for free as well, and also another arc for free, the SR arc as well. So there's a lot of goodies to get. So make sure to at least log in and play the event a little bit. Yeah, and in the long run, you'll do a lot better. So I think there's a lot to look forward to. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Barlene. How about you, Knacky-san?
OK そうだね今回いくつか伝えたいことありますけど、まず新ユニット出ますね。
There are a few things that I'd like to share, but first is about the new units.
新ユニットは性能もやっぱね属性が変わるっていうのはすごく面白いし、ちょっと見てもらったけどアートがすごく素晴らしいですよね。
Okay, the art is excellent, and it's also quite interesting, I think. It's very fun how we now have the attribute switches.
ぜひ触ってほしいですね。
So go ahead and give them a spin.
あとはインサイド。
Yeah, now we have Insight. Yeah, 新海岸。
新海岸で、あれね、すごい時間かかったんですよ、実は6体もいるから。
Yeah, there are 6 units that have received Insight at once, so it took quite a lot of effort on our part to get that into you.
非常に開発チームがね、しっかり作ったので、ぜひそれもね、遊んでみてほしいですね。
Yeah, the devs have really put a lot of work into that and done a great job, so go ahead and check it out.
Yeah, it's not as simple as you think, just stab 200,000 damage cap on every single one. It's not that simple.
It's not like we just switch a few numbers. A lot of people involved in various parts of the process have to coordinate and go ahead and change those.
そう。あとコラボのユニットの新海岸直近やってるけど、コラボじゃない安川のユニットも4月以降にですね新海岸インサイト予定あるので楽しみにお待ちください。
So we've been focusing on collab unit Insight lately, but I do want to let you know that Last Cloudia original units will be receiving Insight from April and onward. So just hold tight while we prepare that for you.
いやでも本当に1年目のユニットのねランディたち特に特技とかも変わって僕も嬉しいです。
Yeah, so Randi, who was released in year number 1 of Last Cloudia, now has greater, more powerful skills, and I am very happy about that.
いやあとは最後にですけれども、今実はですねラストクラウディア来月6周年迎えるんですよね。
Okay, and next month Last Cloudia will be celebrating its 6th anniversary.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, hard to believe.
いや少しずつカウントダウンのねいつもやってますけどとかのキャンペーンとかも始まっていきます。
Okay, and as always, we will be having countdowns and all sorts of promotions starting little by little.
そこをちょっと楽しみにしてもらいながらね今週からか聖剣ネスコラボは全力で楽しんでください。
Okay, so go ahead and really dive into this Visions of Mana collab, as well as just sort of beginning to prepare yourself for the 6th anniversary celebrations, which are coming up.
Yeah. Okay,
Thank you very much for the comments. For those of you who might have joined midway through the stream, I'm going to give you a brief summary before we sign off. The collab event will feature 2 new units, Val and Palamena, and 2 new arcs, which is to say Visions of Mana and Zable Fahr. plus a total of 6 Redux units and 5 Redux arcs that previously appeared in the last Cloudia Mana series collab. You will be able to get one of those of your choice for free, of those Redux units and Redux arcs, either one of them. In addition to an exclusive event, promos like login bonuses and Redux collab challenges will also be going on. Some of this we didn't actually have time to mention in the stream.
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff too, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to cover. Even then, we did our best to pack it all in about an hour. So be sure to crack open Last Cloudia during the event period to check out everything that is going on. The collab runs from just a little bit more than 2 days from now, which is to say March 13th, all the way through March 26th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. So if you enjoyed the stream, go ahead and like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We will see you around soon. Thank you all for joining us. It's been wonderful, and we'll see you around. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
See you.
See you guys.
See you.
Thanks for joining us.
I'll take you all on! Slice! Sever! Shade Sight! Save this one just for you! No holding back! Val, the Soul Guard. Nice to meet you. Helping out people in need can be so rewarding. I can do this.